Hello and welcome to Willard High School, where the #1 Trojans from South Central look to take down the #5 Lucas Cubs. It's a huge district semifinal matchup. It's tournament hoops. It's live, it's free, and it all comes to you next.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans of all makes and models. No bones about it, Daisy the Doodle says thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
If you've got a tree problem, you need Specialty Tree and Bucket Service. Spring is on the way. Beat the rush and get started today. Call 419-651-6233 or visit specialtytreeohio.com for a free estimate.
Hello and welcome back to Willard High School. Storm Bluntschly joined by the illustrious Garret Parlett. Garret, we had a ton of high school hoops last week. We got even more on the slate tonight, but this week it's the boys' time to shine.
It's time for the boys' Storm to get their shot at moving into the district final. Lucas versus South Central. These two teams met up earlier this year, and South Central was victorious in a very close game. It was 39-35. Both teams very good defensively.
Starting first with South Central, who is the #1 seed. There is history between these two teams as we take 1 second to listen in to the national anthem. stepping back into the booth after that wonderful performance by the Willard Flashes String Quartet. Always a joy to hear them play the national anthem. But starting off here with both these teams, starting off with South Central. Garrett, there has been some history between these two ball clubs.
As I mentioned before the anthem, these two teams met up earlier this season for a 39-35 instant classic. The Trojans escaped the gym with a win. It was a grinded-out defensive battle, and both clubs really pride themselves on that. But this is not the only meeting in the previous years. They once played last year in the district final, almost the same stage, and the Cubs ended up winning that one in OT.
South Central really plays behind the excellent play of David Lamoreaux. Tell me a little bit about that, Garrett.
Yeah, he is going to be a handful tonight. If the Cubs did not elect to box him out, he averages 10 rebounds a game. I believe that is top 5 in the Finals Conference, a very tough conference too. South Central is a very good team. They've hung with a lot of great programs. They even beat Margaretta earlier this season, who they could possibly meet up with on Friday if they do indeed win this game.
For both teams, it's going to be a huge defensive battle tonight.
Especially Lucas, they definitely grind themselves out on the defensive boards, and it's really just an implemented process of Taylor Eisman. They grind themselves out on the defensive end. You see the keys to the game and who to watch for: Ethan Sauter, Ethan Wallace, Andrew Smolin. And for keys to the game, box out, crash the boards, fast break offense, and obviously feed Ethan Sauter. I feel like Ethan Sauter, Storm, has been with this Lucas program ever since I've known high school sports.
I mean, that Ethan dynamic duo they got going on, both Ethans, it reminds me a lot, honestly, of the Evan dynamic duo at Crestview with Gibbs and Hamilton. But this one, I mean, those two are just something special to watch.
Yeah, they're going to be very special tonight, too. I'm assuming Cubs are led by, obviously, senior Ethan Sauter, who averages 15.3 points per game, 4.5 assists, and 4.5 steals. But they got multiple other different scores, Storm, in many different ways. Ethan Wallace adds in another 9.7 points per game. And Logan Toms, the freshman sensation, also will pitch in around 9 a game. But don't forget about Andrew Smolin. He'll also throw in 6.
For Lucas, Coach Eisman has built a great system and culture around here, really getting the defensive prowess the number one key, what he likes to work on, and especially priding himself and this team on hustle.
I just got done talking about their offense and how much they score, but let's be real. They really pride themselves on their defense. The mindset is as long as the other team doesn't score, we can win. And Coach Taylor Eisman has really got into these guys to buy into the system of defense, and it really has done wonders for them. The Cubs get around 10 steals a game, and 3 of them come from the speedy guard Ethan Sauter.
Take a look here at the keys to the game for South Central. Who to watch for: David Lamoreaux and Jackson McCormick. Their keys to the game: stay patient on offense and limit turnovers. That's an easier thing said than done, especially against the Lucas defense. But for Lucas, they're going to have their own trouble scoring the basketball.
Yeah, South Central's defense is definitely no joke either. They really have the same mentality as Lucas. They only allow over 45 points a game. It's pretty close to Lucas. Both squads score around 55 points per game, but South Central's got to stay patient and not let Lucas get easy opportunities to steal the ball in the half-court set.
Garrett, it really is going to be one of those grinded-out games, and what better time to watch it than for tournament time. Speaking of tournament time, going to take a look at the starting lineups right here. First, for the Lucas Cubs, Ethan Sauter, Ethan Wallace, the dynamic duo of Ethans, Lane Harper, Logan Toms, and Andrew Finello rounding things out. For the South Central Trojans, Jackson McCormick, Sam Seidel, Isaac Blair, David Lamoreaux, and Blaine Wheeler. But Garrett, speaking of tournament time, we were actually on a OH.Report exclusive show, Tournament Talk, yesterday.
Yeah, it was great to be a part of. If you want to go check it out, it's all up on the YouTube and the socials, so go check it out. The crew breaks down all the upcoming games this week, and we even got a breakdown of this game right here.
Toms and Lamoreaux set for the jump here to get things going here at Willard High School. It is high school hoops. It's tournament time. It's live. It's free. And it all comes to you right now. South Central's going to take their first offensive possession. Wheeler has it, swings it over to Blair. He drives all the way inside, takes a lot of contact, no foul. And Lucas is going to push the pace the other way. Kind of surprising. They really do like to slow things down, just like how they're doing right now. Slow things down and really take their time both on offense and defense.
Yeah, Storm, they really made you eat your words right there, but you knew better. We've covered one of these Lucas games. They're going to slow the pace down and really make you work defensively so they can get the easy look.
Toms has it, kicks it back up to the top of the key. That was Finello swinging it back to Toms, excuse me. Sauter now has it on the right wing. Lucas really taking their time on this possession, setting up some screens, really trying to get an open shot. The one thing about this Lucas Cubs team, they never force a contested shot, or at least they never try to unless it gets pretty late into the shot clock, and that's exactly how they run their football program too.
Yeah, Storm, it's already 1 minute into the game, and nobody has took a shot. This is exactly how Lucas wants to run things, grind out the possessions and get easy looks and really win it defensively.
We saw them play the Comets, and that's exactly what they did. I mean, it's always a pretty low-scoring affair when Lucas is in the building because, I mean, you're watching it right now as it happens. They just take all the time in the world. They play every shot like it's their last. I'm sure they would be just fine winning a game 2-0.
They only allow 41 points a game, Storm. That's a pretty remarkable stat in high school hoops as Ethan Sauter takes it up and can't get to go ahead of the free throw line. You know, especially when they scored upward of 55 points a game, they want to force a lot of turnovers, get steals, get run-out opportunities, and put you away today.
We take a look at the replay. That was Sauter getting them up in the air with the beautiful pump fake and getting fouled. Going to step up to the line for 2 shots. Gets that one to go. So we have our first score of the game. It is officially 1-0 now. Just over a minute gone by. Score remains at 1-0 as South Central takes it the other way. McCormick has it on the right wing, trying to work it inside and does. Lamoreaux posted up on the short corner, looking to get some moves going, puts on a little shake and bake. Puts that one up, falls off target. Lucas the other way. Slowing things down once again. Garret, and you know, something that's going to add to this is the fact that they are playing such a good defense. As an early shot there for Sauter finds the bottom of the net. And there's going to be a timeout here from Lucas, a peculiar call from Iceman. They are up 3-0, so must just want to talk something over on the defensive end.
That is the reason right there, Storm. Ethan Wallace, here's his 1,000th bucket of his career with a beautiful mid-range J to get that one to go, and that one swished through. So nice timeout right there from Coach Iceman. Let this, kind of soak in for Ethan Sauter.
Yeah, terrific play he has been for all 4 seasons. Like we said before, maybe he has played more than that. We don't know. It seems like he's been, in this position for a while, but that's just because of how good he is. He's been able to play at the varsity level for so long.
I think he's started, Storm, in every sport he has played in on varsity for 4 straight years, so you're getting to see a familiar face, but this is his senior year. He's trying to make this one a pretty remarkable one.
Wheeler tries a 3 on the other one, and that one's not going to fall. Lucas with another rebound. The newly joined 1,000-point scorer had it, kicked it off. At the top of the key is Wallace. He hands it off to Ethan Sauter. He dribbles inside, brings things back out. Setting things up here for the Lucas Cubs squad. Back in the hands of Sauter now, dribbling, trying to catch some ankles, not going to get him. Swings it all the way over to the left corner. Back out to Sauter, the newest member of the 1,000-point club. What a terrific attribute that is to have, Garret. We've seen a couple of other people as Lucas gets inside, won't get that one to fall, but we've seen a couple of people on our airways get into the 1,000-point club, and it is tournament time, so they can't stop and have all the fanfare they usually like to have, but regardless, it is no easy feat.
Especially playing in an offense as good as Lucas. They score about 55 points a game, and Sauter is going to join the club. They've had a lot of good players come through this Lucas team. Logan Nicewander being one of the better players the past few years, and, of course, Riley Gossam, and now Ethan Sauter is going to join that club.
And some might say that is an illustrious club to be in, and something about being illustrious as South Central takes it. Blair has it, gets it inside. Gets stripped right there underneath. That was Wheeler who's going to get the turnover. Lucas on offense. Sauter has it, kicks it over to Wallace. He's got it in the corner trying to work it inside to Toms, and does. He brings things back out and resets it for the Lucas Cubs. Dribbles around, gets it over to Finello, now to Sauter. Free throw line area. Wallace brings it back out. Sauter's going to try a three from way downtown. Not going to hit. And South Central pushing things up. Decide to bring it back out. Lamoreaux kicked it off to Blair. Blair trying to put the moves on. Decides not to take the screen. Gets it inside to Lamoreaux. Now back out to the three-point line. McCormick for a three. Rebound. Tried to fight for it. There was Wheeler. Got a little too aggressive. Going to be tagged with the over-the-back foul. You take a look at the replay. That three just a little too much on it, and very obvious call right there. Wheeler getting a little too aggressive, and Lucas is going to have another crack on offense.
Lucas playing great defense on David Lamoreaux down inside, one of the most dominant forces, especially in the Firelands Conference. He can score and get a lot of rebounds, but right here early in the game, they're doing a great job coming over and doubling him. And if shooters like Jackson McCormick can't knock down the threes, it might be a long night for the Trojans.
Tom's trying to put on the moves, decides to dish it off to Finello. He's got it, this Lucas Cubs offense once again taking their sweet old time on offense in no hurry. That's why they do not score or let up as many points as a lot of other teams. They really try to work things around, really try to get a wide open shot, but you know, if things get going too long, it wouldn't be a surprise to see Ethan Sauter, you know, try to create something for himself.
I think that's what he's going to do right here. Storm is going to get a travel on Ethan Sauter, and that'll be his first turnover, and here's the replay of it.
For the Lucas offense, it seems like they try to run like one or two or three set plays, and then if those kind of don't work out or develop the way they want, they kind of just give the ball on offense to Ethan Sauter and tell him to go do his thing.
Well, with a player like Ethan, why not? And usually it works, as it has here in the first quarter a few times. But right now, both teams are really stale here on offense.
Yeah, a low-scoring affair as we thought it would be. We're already halfway through the first quarter, and we only have three total points scored, all of them from the Lucas Cubs. So we're in for a real defensive bout as South Central has it. Get it inbounds now. Lamoreaux all the way on the three-point line, dishes it off to Seidel. Back over to Blair at the top of the key. The game plan for South Central has really been trying to work things into Lamoreaux. He dishes that one off, and another sweet dish off right there leads to an easy layup inside.
Nice setup right there from Jackson McCormick. Beautiful pass down to Wheeler, and he was cutting and got the easy layup. But on the other end, Goose Wallace takes it up for two himself and extends it back to a three-point lead.
A rare quick possession that might go down in Cubs history as the fastest offensive possession for them. I believe that was right around 3 seconds. Is on the other end. Lamoreaux's not going to get the mid-range Jimmy to fall. Taking a look at the replay. Goes right down Broadway Street to the cup. And Garrett, the thing I like about Lamoreaux for South Central so much has definitely got to be his court vision. From that low block, it is always so nice to have a big man who can pass out of the low block.
He typically isn't looking to score as soon as he catches it. If he's got a defender in his face, he's usually looking to pass to other teammates like McCormick and Wheeler down low. As Lucas right there walked the tightrope and got that one to stay.
Sauter has it now, working it inside. He gets it there. Now at the top of the key, almost gets it stripped away. The South Central defense already coming out and showing what they're made of. Toms has it, gets it over to Sauter. Sauter on the right wing, gets it back up top to Toms. Now all the way over to Toms. Want to take a moment to make sure everyone knows and are aware we do have Fan Zone tonight, probably my favorite part of every broadcast. So if you're watching at home, let us know where you're watching from, and let us know who you're rooting for. We'll read some of those on the live stream. We will have probably a lot of downtime here with this Lucas Cubs offense. As we do, we'll go ahead and read some right now. Donna saying, "Let's go Cubs," and Nancy saying, "Congrats, Ethan. Go Cubs," as the Cubs actually do try a three-pointer. That one falls off target. South Central is going to have the ball the other way. Lucas pressing up just a little bit, trying to create some turnovers in the backcourt as Seidel brings it across the midcourt line. Wheeler gets it all the way to Lamoreaux. He's at the three-point line, somewhere where he's not usually. Usually find him posted up on the low block. Blair, with a couple of dribble moves. Lamoreaux with another brilliant feed right there. Met with two Lucas defenders. Almost travels, won't matter. Get the turnover anyway. Tom's in a run out. Kicks it back out to the three-point line. Sauter with the open jumper. That one's not going to fall. And with under 30 seconds to play, we only have 7 points of total offense.
I think this might be the most lowest scoring game, Storm, I've ever been a part of, 5-2, unless South Central can obviously get something to go here late.
And this is a testament to both these teams' defense, just so amazing. I mean, look at it right there as Toms gets in the passing lane, brings it up across half court. 5 seconds left. Tom's going to have to put something up at the buzzer. That one gets blocked from South Central, and that's going to do it here in the first quarter where the Lucas Cubs lead the South Central Trojans 5-2. Going to take a quick break. You are watching High School Hoops live and free on the OH.Report.
If you've got a tree problem, you need Specialty Tree and Bucket Service. Spring is on the way. Beat the rush and get started today. Call 419-651-6233 or visit specialtytreeohio.com for a free estimate.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans of all makes and models. No bones about it. Daisy the Doodle says thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
Welcome back to Willard High School, where if things continue on the trend that they're going, we're going to see a final score of 20-8, a very low-scoring first quarter. But, Garrett, I mean, that's what both these teams want to do.
And really, both are playing great defensively. Lucas had an opportunity right there to get it to go, but it was great defense. And once again, who other than Ethan Sauter with the steal on the other end?
If you are just joining us, Ethan Sauter joined the 1,000-point scorers club in the first quarter, so congratulations to him and all of his hard work as the Cubs collect a strong offensive rebound right there, put it right back up, and a battle for the rebound somehow goes off of Lucas. South Central's going to have possession, but Garrett, right there is what both teams like to do, hustle for extra possessions and hustle on defense.
Both teams are forcing really not many turnovers, but I feel like there hasn't been that many shots that have actually made it up into the air to even try to go in the basket. It's been mostly just careless turnovers or steals on the other end as they're going to get a reach-in foul on Ethan Sauter. Thought it was good defense until he did reach in.
Never want to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. Going to be a foul all of the time. Once again, we do have wonderful fan zone tonight, so make sure if you're watching at home to tell us where you're tuning in from, to tell us who you're rooting for. We'll make sure to read it out loud as South Central puts up a shot. Won't count because there was a foul underneath. So the Cubs are going to have the ball going the other way. Sauter set to inbound. Ethan Sauter across the midcourt line, bringing things up for the Cubs offense. Kicks it off to the right wing. Lamoreaux out there on defense. Sauter drives inside, gonna get that one high off the glass. Count that baby, and a foul for Sauter.
Incredible shot right there from Ethan Sauter. Not sure how he got that one to go. Here's the replay. Obviously some contact, just threw it up, hope for the best, and it fell in.
Sauter's such a terrific scorer inside. Whenever he's driving, he goes in there so aggressively. You can always count it down for either an and one, a made layup, or a foul. Offensive rebound for Lucas. Put him in the spin cycle. Put that one off the glass and off of the offensive rebound and put back. Count that one, and a foul for Tom's. Going to step up to the line for an and one.
Big time finish from the freshman. Logan Toms took it into the teeth of the defense as Brett Seidel is going to need a timeout. It has been all Cubs really ever since the end of that first quarter. They're coming out on a 4-0 run and get a chance to move it to 5.
Garrett here already in the second quarter. The Lucas Cubs are one free throw away from doubling their score in the first quarter.
It's really been done, too, on the defensive end, not letting South Central get easy opportunities. And they get a chance to make this an 8-point lead if Toms can knock down this free throw.
For South Central, it has been rough for them on the offensive end. Only been able to put up 2 points, but Garrett, they really, I believe you already said this, have not been able to even get up any shots.
And really, it's been Lucas on the offensive glass. They got a lot of second chance opportunities, and I really wasn't expecting that coming in with David Lamoreaux and some of the South Central bigs who really crashed the glass very hard. But here we are, and it's really been a flip-flop of what we expected.
Seidel now on the other end, dishes it off to Haller. That one's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be South Central's ball on the baseline under their own basket. Seidel set to inbound things. Gets it into Lamoreaux. He's going to work in the post. Drop step, couple of fakes, puts that one up. Not enough on it. Fights for the rebound, goes right into the lap of Jake Furr over there on the baseline. Sails out of bounds. Going to be Lucas Cubs ball. Sauter bringing things across half court. 6:20 to play. Butterfingers right there. Not going to sail out of bounds. Going to be retained by Lucas. Wallace has it, gets it over to Sauter. He works it inside. Toms has it, puts up a shot. They're going to call that one on the wrist, and that's going to be 2 more opportunities at the free throw line for Lucas.
Lucas beginning to find their bread and butter, and it's been the inside game. David Lamoreaux is having to close out on his defender, and it is leaving the paint wide open for so far Logan Toms to get in there and get easy, opportunities and even head of the free throw line.
Garrett, I believe we go through it at least once on every broadcast. Never want to swipe down when you go into the painted area. Saw it right there, textbook example. A swipe down that looks clean led to a foul.
And it's really not, because it may be completely clean, 10 times out of 10, but the refs think, and it looks like you were slapping the wrist, slapping the hand, getting some contact other than the ball, as Lamoreaux is going to get the same call. Thought Goose Wallace threw him straight up right there, so maybe our philosophy might be completely backwards.
Maybe we've been telling the fans the wrong thing the whole time, Garrett, as Lamoreaux gets fouled, and that's been a really big key for Lucas, is shutting down Lamoreaux so far in this one. McCormick has it. Walking the tightrope right there. Gets it into Lamoreaux, and he puts up a floater and gets it to drop.
Exactly what South Central needs. David Lamoreaux to get him going, one of their leading scorers on this team, and he also needs to get inside and get some rebounds and get some second chance opportunities for South Central.
Sauter has it now for Lucas. Driving inside, kicks it back out. Smolin for 3. Rebound ripped down there from Lamoreaux. South Central the other way, have it on the 3-point line. Bringing things back out. Lamoreaux now on offense on the 3-point line. Deep 3 there from Seidel off the back of the iron and out. Lucas taking it the other way. Toms has it, kicks it to the top of the key, drive inside, now out to the 3-point line. Sauter finds a cutting man, puts that one up, going to be fouled, and another opportunity at the free throw line is going to be for Lucas.
Lucas not afraid to take it into the teeth of the defense. They've got multiple free throw opportunities, and this will just add to their lead if they can knock these down.
So Toms knocks down his first one. Already in the bonus is the Lucas Cubs. Their second one goes as well. South Central looking to get back into this one. It's been a rough one for them, and it's been a little surprising because I know a lot of people had South Central in the W column for this one.
A lot of people expected this one to be a close one. So far, Lucas has really asserted their dominance on the defensive end, and it's been that matchup right there. As soon as David Lamoreaux catches the ball, they're bringing a double team and really shutting them down.
Lamoreaux hands it off to Seidel. Mid-range try on the way off the front of the iron and out. Sauter has it down the court, pushing it up to Toms. They bring it back out. Now Sauter fakes the three. Step back, gonna try that one from the distance. Off target, but gonna be a foul on Lucas. South Central the other way. Wheeler set to inbound things for South Central. Gets it into Seidel. Sauter right there to meet him. Takes the screen from Lamoreaux. Up top to Wheeler, swinging it around, working it to Lamoreaux. He just takes a jump hook. Said, you can't bring the double team if I shoot it right when I get it. Doesn't work out for him. Lucas Cubs taking it the other way. Toms has it on the left wing. Lamoreaux right there, over to Wallace. Wallace up top now, resetting things is Lucas. Toms has it, dishes it off to Toms. Now hands it off to Sauter. A little bit of a skip pass to Smolin. Sauter at the free throw line kicks it out. Lucas once again resetting things. Now working it into the painted area, almost a turnover. Wallace brings it back out, gets a defender on his feet, or off his feet, Tried to save that one right into the hands of Seidel going the other way. Dribbles inside, kicks it off to Wheeler, now in the hands of Blair. Directing traffic, dribbling inside, put him in the spin move. Rebound pulled down by South Central. Caught in the painted area, almost a 3-second violation. That one bounces high off the rim and out.
One of my keys to the game for South Central was to stay patient, but they're really kind of forcing a lot of these jumpers. Right there, Wheeler was in the post and had a few teammates open on the outside, but elected to go for it and couldn't get it to drop.
Sauter has it, kicks it over to Toms. Now back to Ethan Sauter. 3-point try on the way from Toms. Another high bounce off the rim and out. Lamoreaux pulls down the rebound. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here. South Central on offense. Lamoreaux with a deep three. That one's going to be an air ball, but saved. All in vain as it goes in right into the hands of the Lucas Cubs. Toms brings it up the court. Lucas moving it around the perimeter quickly as Smolin catches it inside mid-range from Toms, off target. Lamoreaux with another defensive rebound. McCormick has it on the left wing, 1:45 to go and counting. Lamoreaux with a quick jump hook off target, and Garret. Both offenses are colder than ice right now.
Both are really struggling to get anything going, and it's a credit to South Central and Lucas's defense. Obviously, they're no joke as Smolin will check out and checks Riley Gossam.
So Riley Gossam checking in. A surprise to some to see him back on the court so soon, but this guy has been putting in the work, and it has shown off. I mean, look at how great he can move for what he went through as he's getting back on transition defense. Trojans have it. Kick it out to Wheeler. 3-point try on the way, off target. Offensive rebound goes to the Trojans. Wanted a charge foul. Going to be a battle for it on the floor. They're going to call it a jump ball, and the possession arrow points towards the Trojans.
South Central Storm's got to get a bucket here at the end of the second quarter. They got to get some momentum. They've only got 4 points to show for it. I know Lucas has 12, but it's still a few more possessions than Lucas has as South Central keys up a three. But there's David Lamoreaux exactly where he needs to be, down low, getting second chance opportunities, and gets that one to go. And Brett Seidel, let's call timeout.
Garrett, you said 12 points. As we take a look at the replay, Lamoreaux just out muscling everyone for the Cubs. But Garrett, I mean, with the way that this Lucas Cubs offense plays, that 12 points is a mountain to climb.
Yeah, their defense is really something special, man. Both clubs tonight, their defense is really no joke, and whoever wins tonight and advances on to the district finals is going to have some trouble against one of these teams.
So 6 points separate both of these squads here out of the timeout. I believe it was called by Lucas, and Garrett, a big key for Lucas so far has been their ability to get to the free throw line.
I think Coach Eisman elected to put Gossam back into the game for the first time tonight to, force him a little bit of space here on offense and maybe find Riley in the corner. Still a great shooter, even though not 100% healthy. Now he gets the ball.
Yeah, lost some of his athleticism, definitely, but did not lose that shooter's touch. That guy surely can shoot, cannot leave him open from anywhere on the court as Toms gets it. Brings things back out 30 seconds, just over 30 seconds left to go here in the first half. Toms has it. Dribbles inside, dishes it back out. Lucas, I'm sure, holding this one for the last shot of the half. Hands that one off to Toms. And going to be another timeout here from Lucas. So Lucas really trying to set things up, really trying to ensure that they get a good shot here going into the halftime break.
Every possession is valuable. Storm is only 18 points combined from both clubs here in the first half. This possession right here could prove wonders for the Cubs if they can get something to go here.
And for South Central, if Lucas happens to not take the final shot, which I know probably will not happen, South Central got to secure that defensive rebound.
Got to get the defensive rebound, and if there's any time left, push the pace and try to get something to go into halftime to lift some confidence and maybe break that ice.
Sauter has it, gets it in the backcourt, gets it across midcourt, takes a couple of screens. Sauter with 5 seconds left to play, hands it off to Gossam. Gossam going the other way, hands it back off to Sauter at the buzzer. That one's not going to get up in time, and that's going to do it here for the first half, where the Lucas Cubs lead the South Central Trojans 12-6. Going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with halftime stats, but for now, you are watching High School Hoops live and free on the OH.Report.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans of all makes and models. No bones about it. Daisy the Doodle says thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
If you've got a tree problem, you need Specialty Tree and Bucket Service. Spring is on the way. Beat the rush and get started today. Call 419-651-6233 or visit specialtytreeohio.com for a free estimate.
No paywalls, just live sports, exclusively on the OH.Report.
Welcome back to Willard High School, where it is halftime, and the Lucas Cubs lead the South Central Trojans 12-6. Taking a look at the halftime statistics for the Lucas Cubs, shooting 4 of 16, 0 of 8 on threes, 4 of 8 from the free throw line, with 9 rebounds, 5 turnovers, and 5 fouls for South Central, shooting 3 of 19, 0 of 6, 0 of 0 from the free throw line, 11 rebounds, 8 turnovers, and 7 fouls. Storm Bluntschly joined by the illustrious Garret, Parlett, and Garret. The thing that sticks out to me the most is the ability of Lucas to get to the free throw line and the lack of free throw shooting for South Central.
Well, Storm, I tend to disagree with you. I think the biggest factor tonight so far is the field goal percentages for both clubs. I don't think I've ever seen this slow scoring of a first half, ever since I've really joined the OH.Report. South Central shooting 15% from the field, Lucas shooting 22%. And it hasn't been the bad offense, it's just been the great defense for both clubs.
Yeah, I mean, we knew this one was going to be a defensive battle coming into it, but I really didn't think it was going to be this tough to score. I mean, for South Central on offense, trying to play through Lamoreaux, that's been kind of their game plan the whole season, but tonight we've really seen the Lucas Cubs collapsing inside and not letting Lamoreaux develop the play, making him either choose to shoot a contested jump hook or kick it out immediately.
Got to get it out to Jackson McCormick, one of the better shooters for South Central and scorers overall, and get him going. Get some of these role players going for South Central because they are struggling mightily. I'm sure both great coaches, they're going to come out here with a lot of adjustments and get some points on the board.
I know we talk about Linda Mendoza a lot here on the OH.Report, but how about this support right here, offering us up a pre-game meal of chicken tacos and Spanish rice with a little bit of cilantro and onion on there. Thank you so much, Linda Mendoza. I know I ate my full box. I mean, those tacos were delicious.
Those are very good tacos, Storm. Thank you so much, Linda Mendoza, and thank you for the support so far here this year.
Adam Thompson also expresses his thank you, and our cameraman, Nick Jacob, I know he could not get enough of them. He was trying to sneak some away from us. We let him take his share. So once again, thank you very much, Linda Mendoza. But for now, we're going to take a real quick break. Going to be right back with some second half action here at Willard High School. But for now, you are watching High School Hoops live and free on the OH.Report.
If you've got a tree problem, you need Specialty Tree and Bucket Service. Spring is on the way. Beat the rush and get started today. Call 419-651-6233 or visit specialtytreeohio.com for a free estimate.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans of all makes and models. No bones about it. Daisy the Doodle says thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
Welcome back to Willard High School, where the Lucas Cubs and South Central Trojans are taking the floor for the second half. Storm Bluntschly joined by the illustrious Garret Parlett. And Garret Parlett, it really has been a grinded out game here through two.
Which offense is going to respond after that first half? They both struggled. Lucas shot 22% from the field, and South Central a dismal 15% from the field. Which offense is going to respond? Come out here, get some points on the board, and get this thing rolling.
Whoever wins here this afternoon will go on to face the winner of Margaretta versus St. Paul, and you can catch that game immediately following this game. I believe there'll be like a 20-minute-ish intermission, and then we'll be right back in it on the airwaves. But for now, Lucas versus South Central, second half. Here we go. Sauter drives all the way inside, takes a lot of contact, strong offensive rebound from the Cubs. That was the story in the first half for them. Lamoreaux really not able to get it going on the defensive glass, and that came to a bit of as a shock for us, Garrett.
Lucas has had a few second chance opportunities, and that's why they've been heading to the free throw line. As soon as they get that rebound, they go up, and they're tending to get the foul calls as Lucas trying to set something up here defensively. But we really thought David Lamoreaux would really command the paint.
Sauter has it, kicks it out to Wallace. He tries to get inside, extends that forearm, and that one's going to be a charge foul. Terrific presence of mind here to draw that charge. As we see Margaretta, they actually are going to come sit right up here next to the OH.Report. They just arrived on scene, I'm sure, to check out the ending of this game, do a little bit of scouting. South Central taking it on offense. Lamoreaux has it at the three-point line, dishes it off to Blair. Blair finds McCormick. Now they're working it back inside to Lamoreaux. Met with two Lucas Cubs defender, but what a sweet move right there. Ends with a miss, and Lucas taking it the other way.
Margaretta met up with South Central earlier this year, and South Central did prevail in that one, Storm. 44-45 in favor of the Trojans. South Central's also met up with St. Paul, obviously being in the same conference, and they split within South Central 1-1 and St. Paul 1-1.
6 points separate these two ball clubs, but with the way both these defenses play, might as well be 20 points. Lucas once again taking their time. Sauter has it, almost catches a pair of ankles right there, brings things back out, kicks it off to Wallace. He dribbles inside, takes a contested run in the lane, stays with his own rebound, puts it up, and gets blocked by Blair, brings things back out and hands it off to Logan Toms.
Neither team, Storm, can get anything to go. It is still 6-12. 2 minutes after the third quarter has started. One of these teams is finally going to be able to get the lid off the basket. I'm curious to see which one it is.
Basketball is a game of runs. Maybe this three-shot will start it for Lucas as it finds the bottom of the bucket. South Central going the other way, trying to respond. Lamoreaux has had some point-blank shots just like that one. That one went in, but it's been a rough night for Lamoreaux. Lucas all the way the other way on transition. Not really known for their transition offense, but getting fouled. And they had a lot of opportunities at the free throw line in the first half.
That was the quickest possession, Storm, on both sides of the ball we have had all night. Lucas had the three-point make, and then on the other end, McCormick had the easy layup. But then right away, Andrew Finello on the fast break got the feed and went up, got fouled, and headed to the free throw line.
Finello stepping up for his second one. Gets that free throw to go. South Central the other way. Had a score on their last position. That was their first score of the third quarter. Trying to work it once again inside to Lamoreaux. He takes a drop step, caught under the basket, uses his court vision to get it to Seidel, and he's going to be fouled. And I believe this is going to be the first and second opportunity at the free throw line for South Central this game.
Big spot here, down 8 points. Feels like 30 with how these defenses have came out today and really dominated us. Can't get the first one to go is Sam Seidel.
Still has another one in his back pocket as Andrew Smolin checks in for the Lucas Cubs. Sitting down is Wallace. McCormick 0 of 2 from the free throw line on that trip. Logan Toms bringing it up the court, dishes it off, ends up in the hands of Sauter. He finds it all the way down to Finello, puts up a shot. That one's going to get blocked. South Central's going to pull down the loose ball. A lot of contact. South Central wanted a reach and foul. Not going to get it. Blair the other way, all the way across the midcourt line. Dribbles inside. Kicks it back out to the three-point line. Wheeler has it on the right wing. Back up top to McCormick. He resets things, puts on a sweet crossover, gets inside, throws that one away. And that's going to be Lucas's ball off of the South Central turnover.
Now South Central's going to elect us to get up and get into a press and see if they can force some Lucas turnovers, but Lucas sliced through that just like butter.
I mean, in a lot of games, this wouldn't necessarily be crunch time, but this is when you got to start thinking about chipping away at a lead. If you're facing the Lucas Cubs, they're going to take as much time off that clock as they can. A quick shot's going to end in a foul. Wheeler cannot believe it, but Smolin is going to step up to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Not sure, Storm, if he got any of the hand right there, but I thought it was also clean. Thought Wheeler got all ball, but Smolin's going to head to the free throw line and can't knock that one down, so the door is obviously still open.
I mean, still a lot of basketball to be played here. Smolin unable to get that one to fall as well. Rebound eventually tracked down by South Central. Outlet pass goes to Seidel. He's been the primary ball handler here for this Trojans club through the first 2 quarters of this. That one gets tipped by Lucas, going to be out of bounds. South Central's ball. As we see, the Flyers have also entered the building, so both teams looking to do some scouting, and regardless of who wins this one, they know that they're in for a tough defense. South Central gets into the painted area, kicks it out, 3-point try on the way for McCormick, and that one goes, and a timeout is called by South Central.
Finally, we see some offense from South Central right there. Jackson McCormick, here's the replay, nice pass right there. McCormick shoots right over the defender, had great defense but better offense.
And that's the type of possession South Central is going to need to take advantage of if they want to get back into this one. They need to know that they're not going to get anything easy. They're not going to get anything free on offense, so they're going to have to work for it, or even in some cases get kind of lucky.
They cut it to a 5-point lead. Believe this is the closest it's been, Storm, since that first quarter when it was 5-2. So South Central doing some good things here in the second half.
Out of the timeout, it is going to be Lucas Cubs basketball. See if they drew something up to break this South Central press. They did a great job of doing it on the last possession. We will see if they can have repeated success here as South Central takes the floor as well. Corbin Tom set to inbounds things. Lamoreaux and Seidel are pressed up. Off screen eventually gets into Sauter. Puts on a couple of dribble moves, decides to pass it all the way up to Corbin Toms. Now back inside, resetting things is Sauter. He's back out at the 3-point line. Back to Corbin Toms. He gets caught up in the lane, finds a way to get it back to Sauter. Fakes the 3, drives inside, puts on a spin move, puts one up. That one's going to be off the backboard and out, and a tough spill right there for South Central. That was Seidel who took that hard fall. Looked like he almost got the wind knocked out of him. Nothing malicious there. I do not believe that was just a routine basketball play, and with how hard both of these teams played, I'm not surprised to see some bodies flying on the floor.
Heck of an effort right there from Seidel to go up there and high point that rebound. I believe he came down on top of Lane Harper and just fell underneath him and kind of knocked the wind out of him.
Lamoreaux has it, gets it over to Blair. He has it on the 3-point line, almost gets it picked away, somehow gets it out to Holler. Seidel listening to his coach setting up a play for South Central. They know that every possession counts here down the stretch. Going to need every bucket they can get. A wide open 3-pointer there from Howler finds the bottom of the net.
Howler just now stepping off the bench checks in to one of the biggest games of his career and knocks down the three-point shot to give South Central some life as the fans are on their feet, and it's a two-point ball game.
Lucas with a contested mid-range try, falls off target, and a huge momentum swing for South Central. Blair all the way to the 10. That one goes up and goes in, and we're tied for the first time since 0-0.
Beautiful take right there, Storm. Isaac Blair with the hesitation move, got it to go, and tied this puppy up at 16.
Corbin Toms gets it over to Sauter. Garrett, I believe I saw one of the South Central fans hitting the sprinkler.
It's an exciting time to be a Trojan fan as this game is tied up, as they are going to commit a foul right here, and Ethan Sauter will head to the free throw line, but it has been all South Central Storm here late in this third quarter.
Looks like the sprinkler got turned off right there, as Sauter is going to step up to the free throw line for 2 opportunities. Sauter puts up his first one and puts it in, giving the Cubs a 1-point lead. Sorry, excuse me there. Cannot stop thinking about that fan doing the sprinkler. That has to be probably one of the funniest fan things I've seen at a basketball game all year, as Sauter knocks down his second. Seidel brings it across the midcourt line for the Trojans. They had some huge momentum on offense before that foul. We'll see if they retained any of that heat they gained. Seidel once again has been the primary ball handler for the Trojans. Tried to get that one into Lamoreaux. Gonna say it was a kicked ball violation by Logan, Toms, and Garrett. It doesn't seem the game plan has changed at all. It really seems like South Central is still trying to play their offense through Lamoreaux.
Lamoreaux only at 4 points tonight. I believe all of that came in the first half. It's been some of the bench players and role players for South Central getting things going here. Is going to kick it out for 3 from Haller again, and that one's going to be too short.
Made one of those earlier in the quarter. That one falls off target. Sauter driving all the way inside, using his 2 steps, and that one's blocked from Lamoreaux. Falls right into the hands of the Lucas Cubs. Scrap for the ball. Going to be tracked down eventually by Logan Toms, and a beautiful behind-the-back move right there to go with it. Corbin Toms now has it on the left wing. McCormick guarding him. Kicks it over to Logan Toms. Takes a screen from Harper, brings things back out, dishes it off to Smolin. In the corner is the Lucas offense. A patient possession for them. Dribbling inside, gets the baseline take, won't get it, stays with his own rebound. Puts that one off the glass and in.
Big time move right there from the sophomore Corbin Toms, taking it into the teeth of the defense. Didn't get it to go on the first try, but followed it up and got it to go.
Under a minute to play here in the third quarter of this district semifinals. Lamoreaux has it, gets inside, kicks it out to his teammate Seidel for 3, and that one cuts the lead to a 1-point game for the Trojans.
South Central has responded here in the third quarter, and their offense is finally coming alive. All players right now on the floor have gotten into the scoring column.
Logan Toms takes a screen from Harper, dishes it off. Another screen right here from Smolin, decides not to take it, gets caught in the painted area. Gonna say that one was a travel and a detrimental turnover, as that one would have been 2 points if not for the travel. South Central with some brilliant shooting here in the third quarter.
See if South Central can get something to go here at the end of this third quarter. Now Lucas is going to elect to come up in the backcourt and see if they can force some turnovers. South Central, I'm sure, is going to hold this one out for the last shot.
After not hitting a 3 here in the first 2 quarters, they are 3 from 4 from behind the arc. We'll see if they can get a huge momentum swing. Lamoreaux, a falling away jump hook, isn't going to fall, and that's going to do it through 3 frames of basketball. The Lucas Cubs lead the South Central Trojans 20-19. Going to take a quick break. We will be right back. You are watching High School Hoops live and free on the OH.Report.
If you've got a tree problem, you need Specialty Tree and Bucket Service. Spring is on the way. Beat the rush and get started today. Call 419-651-6233 or visit specialtytreeohio.com for a free estimate.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans of all makes and models. No bones about it. Daisy the Doodle says, thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
Welcome back to Willard High School, where fourth quarter action is already underway. Storm Bluntschly joined by the illustrious Garret, Parlett, and Garret. That third quarter was as competitive as things get as both teams found their groove on offense.
Really both found out ways to get onto the scoring column as South Central became hot from downtown. They're going to get it into David Lamoreaux. And he's going to do what he does and get that one to go for two. And this is South Central's first lead of the night.
Lamoreaux has been relatively quiet here through three quarters, but an early fourth quarter start may lead to good things here for South Central. Lucas coming in at the 5 seed, looking to upset the number 1 South Central Trojans. They have been in control of this one all night long. But here in the fourth quarter, they are going to be put to the test, as I believe South Central has taken their first lead of the night. Lucas patiently awaits an open shot on offense. Sauter, who joined the 1,000-point scoring club, dishes it inside to Wallace. Now all the way inside to Harper. Going to be another foul on the Trojans. And Garret, these Lucas Cubs have been living at the free throw line.
Both squads have to take their time on offense because Lucas is going to continue to try and milk the clock and try to escape here with a victory over South Central as Harper gets his first one to go, and we are all knotted at 21 apiece.
That lead did not last long here for South Central. Harper looking to diminish it completely and take the lead for Lucas once again. Not going to get it. Seidel and these Trojans are going to have another try to take the lead. Seidel dishes it off to McCormick, now up top to Wheeler. Tries to float that one over to Lamoreaux, puts it where he can only get it. Gonna be a foul from Lucas and Garret despite the excellent shooting in the third quarter from 3. South Central still wants to play inside through Lamoreaux.
Some of those threes came off the inside passes. Lamoreaux kicking it out to a shooter, so I'm sure they're trying to get Lucas to bring that double team and get some shooters open.
South Central inbounds it. Seidel has it, kicks it off to Blair. He puts up a runner in the lane, and that one kisses off the glass and in.
Strong take right there from Isaac Blair into the teeth of the defense and got it to go off glass as Smolin on the other end is going to respond with a 3 and take a 1-point lead for the Cubs.
6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter as Smolin nails a three-pointer when it matters the most. Lamoreaux at the three-point line. Now to Seidel. Over in the corner is Wheeler. Back up top to the three-point line where Blair is waiting for it. He scored on the last possession for the Trojans. Seidel all the way inside, dishes it out. Three-pointer on the way. Anything you can do, I can do better, says Wheeler for the Trojans.
Big time shot right there by Blaine Wheeler. As on the other end, the Cubs take it into the teeth of the defense. That is Toms, the freshman, and he gets rewarded, gets fouled, and will head to the charity stripe.
The boos erupt here for the South Central fans. They did not like that call at all. Regardless, Logan Toms with an opportunity to tie this ball game at 26. Puts up his first opportunity off targeting Garret. Compared to the first and second quarter, the offenses have been exploding here in the third and fourth.
They've came alive, especially South Central's. Lucas was obviously struggling, but not as much as South Central's, and it was really Lucas's defense forcing bad shots and not letting David Lamoreaux get going. Let's see what they can do here on this possession as they still hold that 1-point lead.
South Central across the mid-court line. Seidel has it, almost turns it over, and does. Garret, does it feel like the Lucas Cubs are maybe starting to lose a little bit of steam as Lamoreaux's going to be in a one-on-one run out, puts a great move on, gets a defender in the air, going to be a foul, but do you think that Lucas is starting to lose steam?
It's hard to argue that, Storm, because really both teams haven't got anything to go except for South Central in that third quarter. They were knocking down a lot of threes, but Lucas obviously still in this game, only down 1 point. So if they can get a stop defensively, they can retake this lead. It's going to be a good finish.
Inbound somehow finds its way out to Holler, who had a couple of threes, I believe, in the third quarter to really get South Central back into this one. Wheeler has it now in the hands of Lamoreaux at the three-point line. Runs into his own teammate, brings it back out, now to Blair. Sauter right there on him, kicks it out to Holler. Now over to Seidel. South Central really wanted to get a good shot out of this one. Lamoreaux is trying to go block to find a way to get it inside, but that's not going to matter, as I believe that was Wheeler they called with a travel.
Now Lucas has an opportunity to take the lead again, 26-25. Let's see if they go to Ethan Sauter or Andrew Smolin.
Logan Toms had it, kicked it over to the three-point line. Corbin Toms now. Back up top to Wallace Sauter. Dribbles to his right, has the man right there with him, gets him up in the air with a fake off the back of the iron and out. Strong offensive rebound for Lucas. Going to be a foul on South Central. And that's been the difficulty here tonight for South Central is the defensive rebounding. And you think with a big body like Lamoreaux, that would come easy, but not tonight.
Lucas has crashed the glass at all costs as we're going to get Butterfinger Storm once again from the freshman. Just couldn't handle it.
Set to inbound for South Central is Wheeler as Finello checks in for the Cubs and McCormick checks in for the Trojans. Lucas getting up a little bit, turning on their press with a 1-point deficit with 4:13 left to play in the fourth. McCormick has it. Gets it all the way over to Blair. Blair still needs to get it across the midcourt line and does. Blair puts on a dirty crossover and a floater in the lane. High arcing shot off target. Sauter has it. No one picked him up. He's going to go all the way into the lane. Puts a spin move on. Puts a fake up. Going to be another foul on South Central. Garret and on South Central. And the Trojans have been biting on almost every fake here from the Cubs.
Sauter has been living at the free throw line, taking it into the teeth of the defense, taking the hard contact, and trying to get something to go. Can't get the and one to go, but has a chance to take the lead here and make this a 1-point deficit for South Central.
Sauter, an excellent free throw shooter, knocks down his first one, puts a bow on everything at 26 with just under 4 to play. Margaretta and St. Paul still watching patiently to see who they could be facing in the next game of the tournament as the Cubs take a 1-point lead. South Central gets a quick inbound, and Iceman cannot believe that foul. McCormick got the ball and immediately got fouled, and Iceman is not happy about it.
I think Coach Taylor Iceman was looking for the travel call, didn't get it. Instead got a reach-in foul, I believe, on Ethan Sauter.
South Central's going to have possession. Blair down the court, stops, picks up his dribble at the free throw line, back out to Seidel. He resets things for the Trojans. Bounce pass to Lamoreaux. He has it at the free throw line area. Dribbles inside, met with 2 Lucas Cubs. Kicks it back out to the three-point line. McCormick has it. Gonna say it was last touched by him, and mental errors have been plaguing both these teams.
These two defenses are just incredible. There really is never a weakness on that side of the floor. They're always rotating very well and closing out, and it was great defense right there. Get into the offensive player and make him lose the ball and let it roll out of bounds for another turnover, and Lucas has a chance to extend this 1-point lead.
Time is dwindling down here in the fourth. The lead was at 6, I believe, at the start of the third quarter. It has been closed to 1 by South Central. Still a lot of ball here to be played as Sauter has it on offense for the Cubs. Gets it over to Smolin. Back up top to Wallace. He kicks it over to Corbin Toms. Corbin Toms thinking about this screen. Dribbles to his left. Ends up taking the screen. Switches on. Seidel has him now. McCormick steps back up to the scores table to check back in. Sauter with Lamoreaux right there on him. And the Cubs waiting patiently once again on this possession. It's been a while since we've seen a long one from Lucas, but really taking their time.
No real reason to rush here, as we're going to get a timeout from Coach Eisman. They wasted Storm about a minute of this clock, and the time is beginning to tick. Each possession is valuable.
Lucas playing comfortable right where they are with a lead in the fourth quarter. I mean, their pretty much game plan is to milk the rest of this 2 minutes and 24 seconds.
Time is beginning to tick, and each possession is really just going to either add to Lucas's lead or hurt them. So they want to try and score at every possession that they can. I'm sure Coach Eisman is drawing up one of their best plays right here because they need something.
And Garrett, for South Central, is it time to get aggressive? Is it time to gamble on those 50-50 balls and really sell out for the steal, even though it might leave a layup lane wide open?
I believe with a 1-point lead, it's not time really to go all sell out here. Still a lot of time left, obviously. 2:24 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Lucas is obviously going to shoot the ball sometime. They're not going to run it out for 2 minutes and 24 seconds. And if they do, maybe then you got to sell out and try to do something there. But I'm sure Lucas is going to try to come out here and get a score because it's obviously still 1 possession lead.
I would not be surprised to see Lucas try and hold the ball out for this final 2:24. South Central probably wouldn't allow that, but I would not be surprised to see them try. Wallace inbounds it into the backcourt. Wallace gets it across the half-court line. Back out to Corbin Toms. Logan Toms has it. Gets into the lane. Drops Lamoreaux wide open. Decides not to shoot it. The smart play right there. 2 minutes left to go here in this one. Lucas really trying to just milk this one out. Wallace has it, gets it up top to Corbin Toms. Back out to the three-point line, met with a double team. Just a lot of passing back and forth here for the Lucas Cubs. Sauters has the 5-count starts for him, gets to, I believe, 3, and then he dishes it right off. And a costly turnover right there as Lamoreaux played the passing lanes perfectly. South Central's going to take a timeout with 1 minute and 29 seconds left to play. South Central's going to have the chance to take the lead late versus the Lucas Cubs.
Curious to see what Coach Seidel draws up in the huddle. They need this possession, Storm, because I'm not sure if there's going to be a lot more possessions after this one. This could be one of the last possessions for South Central, so they desperately need a bucket here.
South Central with 1 timeout remaining. Lucas with 2 remaining. Lucas is in the bonus, and for South Central, if they score here, that's going to put a lot of pressure on an offense that doesn't really like to play with that much of a pace. Out of bounds, Wheeler is going to have possession, or excuse me, Wheeler is set to inbound on the far sidelines. Risky inbound pass right there. Falls into the hands of Seidel. Met in the backcourt from Logan Toms. Eventually gets it across. This is a must-score possession here for South Central as Blair has it. Gets caught in the left corner. No harm, no foul as that one is just tipped away. And the South Central Trojans are going to have it once again out of bounds.
Got to be patient here. He might even want to try to dribble this out, waste some time, so Lucas has to hurry up if South Central can convert here and take the lead. It's going to come down to this possession, I'm believing, Storm.
South Central desperately needs to score. Get it into Lamoreaux. He dribbles it inside. No jump ball called. Going to be a battle for the rebound. Somehow falls into the hands of South Central. 1 minute and 5 seconds playing. That was a long time for both teams to have possession and no jump ball to be called. Seidel has it, swings it over, working it inside to Lamoreaux. He's going to have the low block all to himself, takes it up over to Lucas Cubs. That one misses, and South Central is going to have to start fouling Garret. I cannot believe that last possession didn't end in a jump ball.
I'm surprised to see David Lamoreaux take that shot right there. He had two Lucas Cub defenders on him. If he would have looked out into the three-point line, he had his teammates wide open, but South Central definitely not out of this. They still got a lot of time left, and who knows, Goose Wallace, if he can't convert one of these free throws, it could be South Central ball.
Lucas able to make that one, even if Wallace makes his second one. Still only a 3-point game, and here in the second half, the Trojans have been shooting the ball with great efficiency. But that one finds the bottom of the net. The lead is 3 with 46 seconds to play. The Lucas Cubs denying ball right here for Seidel. He eventually gets it across the half-court line. Time is ticking away here in this fourth quarter. Seidel takes it all the way, has a wide open lane, just a little too much on it. Falls out of bounds, and Seidel knows he should have had that one. As we take a look at the replay, just no one near him, has a wide open shot, but too much on it. That one falls out for Seidel, and he knows he should have had that one.
It was a beautiful take from Sam Seidel, straight to the cup, got both defenders jumping on that pump fake, but it was just too strong, and he knew it as soon as it rolled off the rim. That might have been the chance South Central had, as Lucas is now going to make this a two-possession game and have to play the free throw game.
Now it is 4 points with an opportunity for 5. Wheeler has it. That one goes up and goes in. Timeout here as the Lucas Cubs are hyped up because they are in the driver's seat for the rest of this one.
Huge shots right there from Goose Wallace. That could be the nail in the coffin, Storm. Obviously still a lot of time left, though, as South Central can get a bucket here pretty soon and pretty fast on this next possession. They could have a shot to play the free throw game against the Cubs, but ice in his veins right there, Goose Wallace.
If you're South Central, if you end up losing this one, you got to look back at all the point-blank opportunities you had that you could not convert. I mean, just on that last possession, Seidel had one, and I know Lamoreaux has had a bunch in the lane that just could not find the bottom of the net. It has been a rough shooting night for South Central.
South Central got to try to score in under 15 seconds to cut this time in half, so they still have a chance if they can get the ball back on the next possession.
Seidel has it, brings it across midcourt. 25 seconds left to play. Seidel finds a way inside, and that one off target as well. It looked like he got caught up not knowing how many steps he had left, and another shot falls offline for Seidel.
Was an unorthodox shot right there. Thought he had another step, but realized he didn't in the act of shooting, and got caught right there in the cookie jar and had to throw something up. Couldn't get it to go, as Toms cannot make the first one, so the door is still cracked open, Storm.
If Lucas misses the second one, that makes this very interesting. Corbin Toms with his second. He does make that one. Still a chance, but South Central has to go quickly. Blair has it across the midcourt line. Gets it to Lamoreaux. He tries a three-pointer. That one off target. Touch the extension on the top of the rafters, so it's going to be out of bounds. And I believe with the final 10 seconds, Lucas just has to dribble this one out. South Central playing up, of course, as they have to, forces Lucas to call a timeout. But with 10.6, Garrett, I think this one, with a couple more made free throws, is all but over.
If Toms would have looked up, he had Goose Wallace all the way in the backcourt. Would have been an easy layup, or would have just dribbled it out and finished this one off. But I think you can put it in the record book, Storm. Lucas is going to be moving on to the district final to play the winner of St. Paul versus Margaretta.
Both of those teams are in the building. I believe they are getting ready as we speak. It's almost go time for them. We see St. Paul over in the far left corner, watching with anticipation. Margaretta still up here in the stands. We'll see who will move on to play them, and we'll see who in this one will play the winner of that game. We have become well acquainted here with the Willard High School gymnasium. Always fun games. I don't know if it's because of the venue that we get such fun games, but regardless, I'm not complaining, as this one has been a fun one. Lucas set to inbound. They get it to Sauter. Won't get the foul call right there. Going to let a lot of time drip off the clock. Sauter is going to have a chance to ice this one over.
Not sure, Storm, if I see Ethan Sauter missing either of these, but he may make me eat my own words. Let's see if he can finally put this game away. And he does make the first one to get in the double digits. I believe he is the only double-digit scorer tonight for Lucas.
Sauter's going to have one more opportunity. Knocks that one down. And I believe that one's going to do it unless South Central can put together a miracle. They are going to be your winner here from Willard High School. Your final, the Lucas Cubs, 34 points. South Central with 26. That's going to do it here from Willard High School. Make sure you stick with us, as we're going to have a player of the game interview and some final stats. But for now, you are watching High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is driving excitement. You asked for it, you got it. A 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all vehicles. A local veteran-owned dealership caring about the community, providing quality vehicles at rock-bottom pricing. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans of all makes and models. No bones about it. Daisy the Doodle says, thanks, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield, for making my first-time car buying experience simple. Located at 100 South Illinois Ave, A1 Auto Sales Mansfield is the dealership for you.
If you've got a tree problem, you need Specialty Tree and Bucket Service. Spring is on the way. Beat the rush and get started today. Call 419-651-6233 or visit specialtytreeohio.com for a free estimate.
No paywalls, just live sports. Exclusively on the OH Report.
standing courtside now with our player of the game, Ethan Wallace. I mean, Ethan, it was a tough, grinded-out game tonight. Did you know it was going to be a defensive battle going in?
That's the kind of game we want to play every night. We know if we play defense every night, we'll be in just about every game we play. And we knew playing them. We've seen them multiple times over the years, so we knew it was going to come down to the wire, and we were prepared to play that kind of game.
Had some free throws to ice the game over. What was kind of going through your head when you stepped up to the free throw line and knocked down some big ones?
I was just thinking I've been there before and might as well do it again, but I just was thinking I got to do this for my teammates and I got to get this win.
You have either the winner of the St. Paul or Margaretta game. Is there an opponent you would rather play, or what's kind of the game plan going forward from here?
There's no team we'd rather play, but we know whichever one's going to be a good game for us and the district, so we just hope to play and do good.
All righty, thank you very much. Once again, your player of the game, Ethan Wallace. If you'd hand that off to your partner in crime, Ethan Sauter, will get him here in the booth now. So now we have the other Ethan Sauter, who joined the 1,000-point scoring club tonight. No easy feat. How were you able to get it done, especially with an offense that plays as patiently as Lucas?
Well, through my first 3 years, it wasn't so patient. You know, we got up and we were more of a fast break type of team. But this year we're relying on me a little bit now, and I stepped up to the challenge and I got my 1,000th.
Alrighty, you also had some pretty clutch free throws going through late in the game. What was going through your head as you stepped up to the line?
Well, Goose made it, so I had to make it, right? So, yeah, I mean, pressure's on. It wasn't as suspenseful as Goose's was, but yeah, I knew I had to make those, so I just focused in.
Alrighty, thank you very much, and congratulations on your 1,000 points you scored tonight. If you want to hand that one off to your coach, we'll get him in here for the final interview of the night. Coach Iceman, I want to say, first of all, congratulations on the big win tonight. What's it mean to go into a neutral site and upset a team that's a higher seed than you?
You know, it's obviously exciting, and but we know South Central really well. They know us really well. We knew it was going to be a game. They got us over there at their place real early this year, and like I said, both teams are completely different teams than we were back in December. And you know, I'm a defensive guy, but that was ugly tonight. You know, 12-6 at halftime. I just told our kids, I said, you know, a 12-6 game, I guess I'd rather be the team that has 12 than 6. So. But yeah, like I said, our kids did, you know, it was ugly, but we did enough. We made big free throws down the stretch. We weren't very good from the free throw line throughout the game, but we made enough there at the end to close it out.
One thing I noticed is that whenever Lamoreaux caught the ball, you had a lot of guys collapsing on him and swarming. Was that the game plan to kind of shut him down? I mean, you guys kept him pretty quiet the whole game. Was that the game plan?
Yeah, you know, obviously David's their kind of go-to guy. He's bigger and athletic than anybody on the floor. So, you know, you got to do a good job and keep him away from the basket as best you can when the ball's not, you know, with him. And then when he catches it, then, yeah, we were going to try and, you know, cause some double teams and stuff like that. But then, you know, they put shooters out there as well, and David will find them. And, you know, luckily tonight they didn't shoot the ball real great. They went through a little stretch there in the third quarter. They knocked some down, and that's just kind of the gamble you got to take. You know, you take David away, and you let those other guys try and beat you, or vice versa. And we went in with the mindset that we were going to take away their best player and hope that the role players struggled shooting the ball.
On the offensive end for you guys, obviously a very patient game. What is that kind of the game plan, to kind of milk as much clock as you can and kind of just suffocate out the opponent?
Not necessarily, no. But the way things were going tonight, they were kind of packing it in and taking our driving lanes away. So, you know, like I said, it was not real fun to watch, but, you know, it's all about winning at this point. So, you know, we did what we had to, and our guys, you know, adjusted to the way the game was being called. And like I said, it's ugly, and I want to be exciting and have a fun game out there, but at this point it's about winning and advancing, and we'll take it.
Well, I speak on everyone's behalf here at the OH.Report. We all have a good time watching Cubs basketball. So thank you very much, Coach.
sir.
I'll let you celebrate with the rest of your team. I'll have you hand off the microphone to Garret. But once again, congratulations and enjoy this one.
Thank you, guys. Hope to see you Friday.
All righty. I'm sure that we will see you having Garret step back into the booth. Gonna take a quick look at the final stats. We saw the Lucas Cubs defeat the South Central Trojans 34-26. Lucas shooting 7 of 29 from the field, 2 of 10 from 3, 17 of 27 from the free throw line with 24 rebounds, 9 turnovers, and 11 fouls. Fourth, South Central, 11 of 37 from the field, 4 of 13 from 3, 0 of 2 from the free throw line. With 17 rebounds, 14 turnovers, and 17 fouls. Taking a look at our bracket now here, made from our wonderful director, Adam Thompson. We saw the Lucas Cubs defeat the South Central Trojans. And coming up next on the OH.Report, we will be seeing the number 2 seeded Margaretta Polar Bears taking on the number 3 St. Paul Flyers. Garret, give me your quick final thoughts here for the end of this one and the start of the next game.
Big time win today here from Lucas, knocking off the number 1 seed. The Cubs, this is really not unfamiliar territory. They're used to being in these district games. They beat South Central last year in the district final, and now they beat them in the district semis. As we look forward to St. Paul versus Margaretta, it's going to be a good game, Storm. It was a good one here today, but I think we got to wrap it up and get ready for St. Paul versus Margaretta to see who's going to go on eventually to play the Cubs.
That's going to wrap things up here on the broadcast for our first of a 2-game doubleheader. Have some thank yous I need to get in order as always. Thank you so much, my wonderful color commentator, Garret, Parlett, Nick Jacobs. Thank you very much for locking it down on the camera as well as Austin, Michael, Spencer, Beer. Thank you for being a wonderful statistician. And thank you, Adam Thompson, for being an amazing director. Thank you so much to all of our amazing sponsors for allowing us to provide all this tournament coverage live and free. And last of all, I want to thank you, the fans, for watching at home, hanging out with us for a little bit, and enjoying some live and free high school hoops coverage. For now, that is going to do it for the first of 2 on our doubleheader. Remember, you have been watching high school hoops live and free on the OH.Report.